The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Yo, yo, yo. We did it. Okay, the Canucks, your Canucks, they did it. And they did it without Quinn Hughes, okay? That's the gutsiest win I've seen in ages, okay? And I'm getting up there in age. And really, Brady Tkachuk over Elias Pettersson? Who was thinking that? Talk to your parents, okay? Or go to church. Do something. Because you dumb if you thinking that. Let's talk about it.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People, we back doing this, and that's giving you Locked On Canucks. Man, oh man, I'm pumped. Okay? Not only because we're back here doing, the Lord's work. You're Canucks every day. We're doing so after, again, one of the grittiest games I've seen in quite some time. That was just hockey, baby, okay? That's character. And as Jacob Cozy saying, that was awesome. Everything was in that game, right? And we'll get into it in all your comments. But before we do so, we got to give a shout out to the Burnaby Gardens, okay? Shout out to Five God. Shout out to the Don't Doze Art Collective, right? Taking care of that West Coast bias. Go ahead and take care of your neighbors, okay? Watch what happens. Speaking of your neighbors, again, you're Vancouver Canucks. They go to Ottawa, and they lose Quinn Hughes like 4 or 5 minutes into the game. And we got to start there, okay? Please? Can we do so? Because I get it. It's a rule, right? You board somebody, they bump their head, they go to the dressing room, it's an injury, you do the math, that's 5 minutes, that's a game misconduct, okay? It's soft, because the guy comes back in a couple of minutes, but it's a game misconduct. That being said, emphasis on the soft. And look at what happened at the end of the game. The refs calling a lot of penalties. Ottawa just looking immature. Looking like a bunch of idiots, to be honest. What a disgrace to Canada, the Ottawa Senators, for real. Brady Tkachuk, that was embarrassing. I know it sucks to lose, but eventually you got to lose with some class. That's the next phase in your leadership. Again, though, let's hone in on the refs. It's a 4-1 game. Susie gets tripped up. Blatant trip. No call. A couple minutes later, or a couple seconds later, gets interfered with. No call. What happens? Ottawa gets back in the game. All because for a couple of minutes after, the referees chose to do their jobs all third period, they're like, you know what? Let's just put our whistles away. This game's over with, and nothing's going to happen, and boom, bam. Look what happened. You didn't do your job, and Ottawa almost came back. The Canucks playing with 5 defensemen, an AHL third line. Also, that's crazy. And then you have to play the refs in the final 5 minutes of the game. Refs, man, just keep it consistent. That was a joke. I'm not even going to give any credit to Ottawa making that a fight at the end. Nah, you got helped out. Real talk. All that being said, your Canucks, again, gutsy did their thing, got contributions from a lot of people. Noah Juleson. Shout out to Surrey, man. Noah Juleson playing way better than Archie Baines, okay? Noah Juleson, more of a brother right now. I'm feeling good. Watching that guy play when Quinn Hughes gets kicked out, he has a lot more minutes, and he played a clean hockey game. Proving a couple things that, he could be decent, and B, the Canucks did not have to sign Vincent Desharnais. They already had a pretty good number to 7 defensemen, and Noah Juleson's his name. And Andrew mentioned this a while ago in the comments. You have to give him more minutes or give him more time. You can't just throw him into the fire. Just a consistent effort from him when we really needed him, and I was mad impressed the whole way through. A lot of poise. Hopefully, he can build on that. Max Sasson or Sasson gets an assist as well on a Tyler Myers a breakout or a breakup that led to a mini odd man chance with Sasson doing his thing, Bluger doing his thing. Boom, bam. You get a goal, and then you also get 2 from Jake DeBrusk because, man, oh man, that line is something else. And yeah, DeBrusk scores 1 on the power play courtesy of a Garland shot and a DeBrusk tip. But all game long, him, Pettersson, and Sherwood, they were gelling. They were mixing it up. They were ferocious. They were doing it all. And if you look at this comment, okay, coming from Mel Vaughn, if you're a Canucks fan, can you just breathe some air? Is your nose working? Just breathe some air. Look at him. He's going right after Pettersson's one-timer, okay? Can't get over Pettersson. His one-timer is completely gone. Dude, relax. Focus on the good. Pettersson sets the tone. Lays out who? Tim Stützle? Is that his name? Am I saying it wrong? Lays him out. Clean hit. You may laugh at me. You may ditch this video for me saying this, but there's a lot of times where I compare Pettersson's game to Peter Forsberg. Once in a while, a skinnier Peter Forsberg, because he likes to lay the boom. And he's been physical for the most part during the stretch. And offensively speaking, he was great again. This team's missing Besser and Miller, and who's stepping up? It's Elias Pettersson, another 2 assists, well-deserved. And yeah, another goal from the ultimate tone setter in Kiefer Sherwood. He must have had like 9 or 10 hits today, and he had another goal. A gutsy goal, going right to the crease, not giving up, being too hard to play against. And how about being so skilled? How did he make that play to Jake DeBrusk on that 2-on-1 that led to a goal? Oh, it's because Kiefer Sherwood is good. In fact, he is so good, I don't even know why you're listening to this show right now. Go listen to Sportsnet 650. Go listen to Sat. Sat was on the Kiefer Sherwood hype train, okay? He knew he was way better than expected, way better than 1.5. I'm convinced Kiefer Sherwood is raising the ceiling, not the floor of this team. And it's a blessing that he signed for 2 years, because he has a lot to prove and will get paid one day down the road significantly, because he's a bit of an outlier, has that offensive floor too. That's something with some confidence, right? It turns into a ceiling. And it's a beautiful sight, because he is helping Pettersson out. Him and DeBrusk did their thing today too. I feel as if that line is going to get a lot better. Again, the Canucks win without Quinn Hughes. Quinn plays 5 minutes of hockey tonight. And before you know it, there's no Demko, no Besser, no Miller, and no Hughes. But the Canucks beat the embarrassing Ottawa Senators. Like, honestly, I am ashamed. And I'm about to hop on Locked On Senators in a couple of minutes. That's why I have to make this stream a little short. But I'm not going to be afraid, because they pissed me off too. Immature. Brady Tkachuk breaking his stick over the hip of Filip Hronek. Why? Because you're mad? Because you can't get the puck? Because the Canucks are trolling you? Humbling you? During that delayed penalty? It was an absolute disgrace. And, the broadcast did mention it. And maybe Ottawa got some momentum based on that jumping from Tkachuk to Joshua. But there's still time left in the game. It's the new NHL. You're one of the best players in the game, and it's getting kind of old watching you just fight your way out of the game because you're pissed off and you're trying to lead. How about you lead by example, stay on the ice, and, march a comeback? And I'm a Brady Tkachuk fan, a huge Brady Tkachuk fan. Not a big enough fan to trade him for Pettersson, but hey, a huge Brady Tkachuk fan, an outlier, a guy that needs to be playing some playoff games, a guy that we're going to be enjoying, even though he's going to be playing for Team USA, because he's finally going to play some meaningful games in a couple of months. Like, he is that dog. But there's some growing up for him to do. And just acting like a clown out there, man, for real. He goes from, again, cross-checking a dude, breaking his stick over his hip. It takes another 2 minutes. Ottawa's 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. Right? They have to penalty kill while they're marching to comeback. Boom, bam. And then you get out of the box and you jump Dakota Joshua. It's like, what? What's going on there, man? Anywho, like I said, I got to make this short. So I'm going to read some comments and get out of here, okay? Mel Vaughn saying he gets paid to schools. He also gets paid to lay the boom. He also gets paid to step up when there's no Hughes and JT Miller. He also gets paid to play with Kiefer Sherwood. I thought this guy was supposed to get some big time wingers. Hey, he also gets paid to put up points. And how many points does Elias Pettersson have in his last 4 or 5 games? It's not 15, it's not 16, but he's piling them up and he's warming up. He's gonna keep proving you wrong. He's doing it right now. That one-timer will come back. But for now, again, sit with the fact that one of the most skilled players on your team is willing to get mixed up in the action. Again, look at that hit that he laid on Tim Stützle, okay? Now, look at this comment from Callum McKenzie, okay? 1 love to the Garlands for, again, Garland's wife for letting him play. 1 love to the little one, the new Garland in the world. I let you guys know earlier, right, in the week, I was going to pull off the same thing. No, I wasn't going to ditch my girl's pregnancy, but I was going to ditch her halfway through our date because I had an important meeting that came out of nowhere. 3 hours into the date, what did I do? I went to work. And what happened a couple days later? We got into an argument. But it's all good because it's all love, baby. It's all love, baby. Through the thick and thin. Adversity, man. Adversity is a good thing. And again, the Canucks are what? 10-6-3. Not perfect. Doesn't feel like last year. But it's damn good considering all of the above. Who's missing? Check the lineup. Boom, bam. Again, before all those guys started getting hurt, excluding Demko, who else was missing? Patterson. For half the season wasn't there. Look at the Canucks record. Not bad at all. And you're saying the Canucks, man, they showed some true grit tonight. Of course they did. Look at this comment from Carmen. Carmen saying that Höglander penalty was BS. Again, it's BS. BS. Even it out. That's all. Refs, do your thing. Giving Höglander the extra 2 minutes. Like, I don't know. Did you guys have the over-under at 5.5? That's some sketchy-ish, man, for real. Did not like the ending of the game. Not because the Canucks, quote-unquote, struggled. It was because they were playing two teams. Two teams in the last 5 minutes after losing Quinn Hughes. Horrible officiating towards the end, man. That was a joke. But what was the bigger joke? The Ottawa Senators? I think so, man. Again, I like the Ottawa Senators. I love Ross and Brandon. Again, I'm about to hop on their show in a couple of minutes. Those guys have been one of the best hockey podcasts in Canada for years and years and years and years and years and years. Count those years. And they've never made the playoffs. And again, I want to see Tkachuk in the playoffs. That's like pay-per-view-ish, right? He's entertaining, but just the odd time to act like a clown during the game. Mel Vaughn saying, share the link so we can follow you to the Sens feed. I will. Just search up Locked On Senators right now on YouTube, okay? I'm doing a lot right now, bouncing around. I was trying some new tech out earlier. Wasn't working, but we're doing this, okay? Callum saying he's wishing me a lot of happy endings. Happy hours, you mean? Happy hours, not happy endings, right? You're wishing me a lot of happy hours at Cactus Club. Thank you, man. That's really nice of you. I appreciate you, man. Gigatronic saying, where's that Locked On Senators thing? I'll go support. Just search Locked On Senators on YouTube, and I'm going to be there in a couple minutes. In fact, I'm going to go there right now. Okay, load up in the browser there. Talk to Brandon. Okay, it might get ugly. They're gonna come after me, but I was embarrassed from watching it from their point of view. Again, Brandon and Ross, my brothers. I was getting mad at the Senators for being so bad for 55 plus minutes. What are y'all doing? Play with some pride. Go for the kill. The Canucks didn't have Quinn Hughes today. Anywho, Locked On Canucks, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. One love to you and you and you and you. Go Canucks, go. Gutsy. Yes, a really gutsy effort. You got to appreciate that, man. Rick Tocchet had the boys playing today. Go Canucks, go. Don't doubt them. Take it one game at a time. And just know, 10-6-3, it's not 4-17-2. Relax. And Mel Vaughn, one love to you. You're entitled to your own opinion. But ease up on Pedersen, okay? For real. It's all good at Applewood. No free ads. Anyways, Kyle Bowen. Don't Doze Art Lab, Burnaby Gardens. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. If you're not watching this live, I don't know when you're watching this, but we truly do appreciate it. Peace.